Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back for episode 3 of the podcast here. The question is, what are you doing with your time, and what are you trying to do to be happy? Sitting outside here on a beautiful April day, wind's gusting. Sorry if the audio's a little bit windy, but it's the way it's going to be. It's a beautiful day to be outside podcasting. So the question is, what do we have to do to be happy? You wake up in the morning, you've probably got the same routine. You wake up, you get dressed, you brush your teeth, you get coffee, maybe eat breakfast. Then you probably got to pay the bills, got to go to school, go to work. But then you get done with that, and then what do? Turn on the TV, watch some Netflix, watch some Disney Plus, play some video games, take a nap. What's the first thing that you do? And why? Are you paying attention to that choice? Do you ever stop and ask yourself before you do that, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? That's my challenge to you this week, to ask yourself, why am I doing this? What am I doing this for? What am I going to get out of this? Should I be doing it? In the last video, I asked you to ask yourself, whom am I trying to please? Whom am I doing this for? Am I doing this for myself, for others? Why am I doing this? For the sake of argument, let's say you're just trying to do it for yourself. I'm going to take some time for me. I'm going to do this for myself. That's what I'm going to do. I get done with work, get done with school. I'm going to take a little bit of time for myself. I'm going to do this because I'm going to enjoy it. So let's go with that. What kind of stuff are you going to be doing? Let's say you're just trying to get some enjoyment. Trying to get a little bit of pleasure. You're going to eat some food, enjoy the taste. You're going to get some laughs. You're going to do something just to get some pleasure out of it. What are you going to do? Who are you with? Are you by yourself? Are you with somebody else? What are you going to do? You're going to get some food, going to watch some TV, going to have sex, going to watch pornography, going to drink some alcohol, going to get high. What are you going to do? And why are you doing that? The question to ask yourself is, why am I doing this? I guess the first question after that would be, if I'm going to do this, is it something that I'm going to need to do more of to get the same level of enjoyment later? Or is that level of enjoyment going to go down? Is this going to make me happy? Happy just for a little while? Or is it just simply staving off boredom for a while? So the first big question is, am I going to need to do more of this to get the same enjoyment out of it later? And I think it's pretty obvious that this is where pornography, sex with somebody outside of marriage, drugs, alcohol, getting that high, that those all just fall flat. If you ask yourself, am I going to need to do more of this to get the same level of enjoyment? You probably already know what the answer is. And the answer to the question, should I be doing it? An ever-increasing craving for an ever-decreasing pleasure. That's the formula. That's straight out of C.S. Lewis's Screwtape Letters. That's a demon trying to explain how to torment a person. Give them something that they like, but make sure it's something that they need more of it. They have to have a deeper craving for it, and they get even less out of it. Pornography, things got to get weirder, more people involved, something you've never seen before. Sex outside of marriage, doing something different, some kind of fetish, something weird. Alcohol, doing more, doing different kinds, mixing it with different drugs. Increasing craving for an ever-decreasing pleasure. Next question you can ask yourself, does this make me truly happy, or is it just something that's helping me pass the time? Am I just getting a short-lived satisfaction? Is there something else I should be doing to be more worthwhile? So this is where you start to question watching TV, streaming services, movies, video games. And there are great things about these things, don't get me wrong. There's lots of great storylines, there's lots of great plots and twists and excitement. There's great character development. You can start to feel for those people. You can probably identify with one of the characters. How is that person like me? How is that person struggling in the same way that I was struggling? Personally, I like video games. I grew up on a PlayStation 2 for my birthday. I think must have been 13, maybe 12 years old. I got myself a PlayStation 2, got sucked into those worlds. Playing Super Nintendo, I played games like Super Metroid, awesome plotlines. I fell right into Zeebs, literally, for those of you who ever played Super Metroid, one of the top 5 video games of all time on pretty much every list. You fall right into the world and get sucked into it. I play the Final Fantasy games. They're a iconic video game series. For those who aren't familiar, they're role-playing games, swords and sorcery kind of stuff. Right now, even, just came out on April 10th is the Final Fantasy VII Remake. Final Fantasy VII came out in 1997. They finally remade it, fully HD, added some stuff, and it's awesome. There's deep plot lines, deep plot lines about the supernatural, about the planet, about how planet Earth isn't just a source to be mined and to be taken advantage of, but something that we need to respecting its natural resources and its life. And it gets into a very deep plot. Final Fantasy X, the same thing. It gets into even a religious struggle. They're trying to solve a problem, and two religions are trying to argue. They are arguing and trying to decide what the best way to solve the problem is. All these things that are good and uplift and you can experience. You get into things that are a good book, a great movie, some TV shows that can be truly uplifting experiences and worth our time. But after so much time, you got to ask yourself, how many hours of my life am I going to dedicate to this? What should I be doing next? What do I need to do now? And is this helping me accomplish my goals? So question 3 then, after you've asked yourself, am I just doing this to pass time? And is this something where I'm going to need more of it to satisfy my craving? The next question 3, is where is this going to take me? Does it help me to reach my goals or accomplish things in 5 years from now? In 5 years from now, I'm going to look back and go, I'm glad I spent my time on that. That's a really big question. 5 years from now, you think, where am I going to be? What am I going to be doing? Am I glad that I set myself up for the future that I want? So all those things that you logged, the things you spent more than an hour a week on, the things you spend your time on, those things that right after you're done working and getting done everything you need to do, what are you going to spend your time on? What are you going to do? Take a moment. My challenge to you is to, after you get done with work or your obligations, and start doing something, just stop. Stop and ask yourself, what am I going to do? Before you turn on the TV, before you pull out your phone, open up your app, open social media, open a book, stop. Why am I doing this? What am I doing this for? What other questions should you be asking yourself? I've given you 3. Will I need to do more of this to get the same enjoyment? Does this make me truly happy? Am I just passing time for short-lived satisfaction? And then thinking of your future self. Where is this going to take me? Where is how I'm spending my time today, right now? Where is it going to take me? What other questions should you be asking yourself? Again, this is all under the guise of, I'm doing this for me, I'm doing this for my own enjoyment, or maybe to set myself up for my future, but it's all about me right now. Why am I doing this? So that's the challenge. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? It's hard to break out of routine and break out of habit sometimes, but ask yourself, why am I doing this? Should I be doing this? Next week we'll start to take a look at some bigger questions. What's this going to get me? Is this going to help me to be successful? What is success? Is it going to bring me wealth? Are other people going to give me accolades? And are other people going to be proud of me for doing this? Greatly look forward to that next week. Hope you enjoyed this episode. It's great to see you. Hopefully I'll see you next week. Enjoy yourself. Hope you enjoyed episode 3 of season 2. Take care.